Welcome to Embracing Life Again. I'm Catherine Kaufer, transition expert and minister. Together, we'll break through life's toughest barriers, rediscover joy, and start dreaming again. It's time to embrace life fully with purpose, passion, and hope. Welcome to Embracing Life Again. I'm your host, Catherine Kaufer, and we are back with Xuan-Thu. So if you missed the first show, the part 1, go back and watch that. And then we're continuing on part 2, and it's about self-love being a journey and not a destination.
It's so true.
Yeah, so welcome back. Mm-hmm. So today's show, we're going to wrap up, and then I just really want my viewers to know that through your journey of self-love, you will and you can find joy and start dreaming again. So that's kind of, we're going to wrap that up today and give you tools to be able to start your journey. So anyway, so we did not go over how to nurture our bodies and mind as we are working on our self-love. So I wanted you to expound on that.
Okay. So when we think about the body, right, it has this is like our physical body, but we have our mind, our emotions, our spirit, like all of us is like in this small, confined, like little body, it seems like, right? So a part of self-love is if we're just the body, okay, just the physical body, we need to drink water, lots of water.
How much water?
I don't know how much water, but...
Well, they say like half your body weight in water, which sometimes for me is like, oh, that's a lot of water.
That's a lot of water.
And it doesn't include Diet Cokes, people. It just does not. Unfortunately, it's just water, which sucks because I'm not a great water drinker.
It probably doesn't like include wine or
no,
other type of beverages. Just,
it is a liquid,
just water.
But
Yeah, just water. So if that's the case, then let's see. If I'm about 100.
Well, don't even say.
Okay.
Just say half your body.
Yeah.
At least
half the body weight in ounces.
Yeah.
And of water. Then also with that too is being able to nourish the body. Nourishing the body means having really good nutrition as well. So I know that part of my self-love and self-discovery and there have been times where I have been really hurt and I go to different types of comfort foods.
Oh, yeah.
Mine was whipped cream. I really, really love whipped cream in that sense. But
mine was ice cream. And okay, I'm a little crazy, but I love the Hostess little white powdered sugar donuts. And I know they're the worst things I could ever eat. But sometimes I'm like, I just need that. Right? So I will treat myself every once in a while. So I try really hard not to eat processed foods now.
Yeah.
But
real good whole foods.
Yeah. So, but you can have processed every once in a while just to, so you don't feel like you're depriving yourself because then you'll go to the other extreme and just start pigging out on, all your processed foods that you love eating.
On other things.
Yep.
And then the other part too is really checking our mental part of it too, right? So everything, so like the way that I look at it is I'm really careful about what goes in my mind. And so I start out my day with a good intention. Today was I just wanted positive affirmations throughout my entire day.
Right.
So that would mean that I journal, I do some of my heart work, some of my breath work, and then just really checking what's going on with my own negative thought patterns, and killing all of those automatic negative thought patterns.
Yeah, but that's hard to do, right?
It is so hard to do.
It's hard.
So this morning I woke up wanting to come over here and do this, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror.
Yep.
And
I remember that text. Yes.
And I'm looking at myself and I'm thinking to myself, Xuan-Thu, you are beautiful. I did not look at I was looking at other things on me. Yeah. And I thought to myself, Xuan-Thu, you are beautiful. And sometimes we just have to say things like your eyes are a beautiful color of blue. Do you ever tell yourself?
Thank you, but no.
That you have beautiful eyes?
Yeah, I have a harder time with this, right? Because even my late husband, my parents, they never ever told me I was even cute.
You are a beautiful woman.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I can accept that now. I used to like, nope, I'm not doing that. But when you haven't had affirmations throughout your life, which I have not, what she is saying is so important that you
replace those negative ones.
Whatever has happened in your childhood, right? Because my little child comes back out and goes, ha, 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 right? It's like, no, you know.
Yeah.
So I know it's tough to start because you don't believe it, because we're believing the lies that our parents told us, teachers told us, friends told us, our bosses told us.
Everything.
Everything comes on,
yeah.
And it's so much easier to believe a lie.
It's so much easier versus the truth.
That we are made.
We are beautifully and perfectly made.
Right?
Think about that we are perfectly made. Yeah. We're perfectly made.
But we're the best at tearing ourselves down. Right?
God perfectly made us. Isn't that incredible? Right?
Yeah.
The other one is, I say to myself, God gave you a sound mind.
Oh, that's a big one, especially if you think you're losing it. I say that all the time. All the time, I was like, okay, I'm going a little cuckoo. Yeah. It's like, nope. Thank you, God. You made me a sound mind.
Sound mind. Sound mind.
Yeah.
And that I am love and I am to love. Yeah. God made me to love and to be loved.
Yes. You guys, everyone.
It's hard.
And we're all individually. We're all different people. And that's what makes it so beautiful, is we're not all alike. No. But society's trying to make us all alike. And that was not God's intention ever. And it shouldn't be our intention to believe that.
Yeah. Then the other part of it too is emotional. So if we have the physical, right, that we're feeding our body, really, we're giving it water, we're feeding it really good stuff. Then we're also feeding it now with really great, on the mental part of it, now we're giving it really good affirmations.
Right.
Now we have the other part of physical part is also getting out and doing something, meaning like whether just move your body, move that energy through your body, whether that be a walk, whether that be exercising, whether that, doing yoga, dancing, whatever it is, get out and start to move your body. Because when we move our body, we're moving that energy, that stuckness all throughout, and then it gets unstuck, right?
Right.
The other part too, so that's physical part. We went over mental. The emotional part is being able to feel what it is that we feel. Our emotions don't have to rule our life. We need to understand that our emotions and our feelings are real.
And they do lie to us.
And sometimes they do lie to us as well, but then that's when we do that heart work, right? That's when we check our intuition and that truth, and being true to ourselves, of saying, okay, is what I'm feeling right now, is it really real?
Is it true?
Is it true? Is it really real? And then the other part too is the spiritual part of it. Because we have our everything is just in this body, right? This small little thing is here, and just being able to feed the spiritual component of it as well. I listen to uplifting podcasts, so whatever goes into the mind stays in the mind. So I'm very careful as to what I listen to, what I watch, like what I'm watching on TV, whether that even be social media too.
Yeah, social media is supposed to be bad.
Yeah,
or it can be bad.
Yeah,
just watch what you.
Yeah, just really. So if there's negative things that you're watching, like news, or I rarely watch the news because that just.
Sometimes I feel ignorant because people are, talking about, what just happened. So I do snippets.
Yeah.
Of an independent news station.
Yes.
That's not so against,
one way or another way, but
so I try and find the truth in that.
Yeah.
Instead of watching, ABC or
whatever. Yeah. But even like Netflix or something like that. Sometimes, some of I rarely watch TV. So yeah, I journal, I listen to different types of podcasts, I listen to uplifting music, and I really start to retrain my thought patterns, which retrains the way that I perceive myself and my own self-talk as well. So that's all a part of self-love. And yeah, it's hard, but just small little things. Just, it doesn't have to be all of it all at once.
No, that would probably overwhelm everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just small
baby steps. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, little baby steps.
Baby steps, yeah.
Yeah, little baby steps of what that is. And it might just be that day, you know what, I'm going to drink water today.
I'm just going to go out for a walk and enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is you find pleasurable.
Yeah.
That fills you up.
Yes.
That's what's important, to go outside. And mine is to walk my dog, walk my horse, talk to people. And I love dancing, but that's not outside. Well, sometimes it is if I have something really good in my earpods, right?
Yeah,
like dancing
definitely.
Down the street, but
that's actually one of my forms of exercise. Like I will go into the gym, off to the side, or in if their yoga part is free, then I'll just go in there in front of the mirror and I'll just start dancing and start moving, and I start jumping, and just, yeah. So, yeah, I love dancing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now we're going to get a little bit more serious, and this one's a good one. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Not sure I am because I can't find it. Where did it go? Oh, I'm hiding it. That's why. Sorry about that. So this was how do I embrace my vulnerability without feeling weak?
Ooh.
That's a hard one because a lot of people don't want to be vulnerable, right?
This is a really good one. Yeah. I think part of my own self and my own truth, and I think each person has that's a part of that journey. Mm-hmm. For myself, I want to be authentic, mm-hmm. and I want to be vulnerable. And when I say that, to me, vulnerability means feeling what it is that I'm feeling, mm-hmm. and being able at times talking to myself about like what that vulnerability is, mm-hmm. to myself of like, okay, I'm feeling anxious right now. Yeah. Why am I feeling anxious? Okay, I'm looking around and I'm at the grocery store and I'm in a safe place. Okay. Why did that all of a sudden come up inside of it? Then I have to check. I have to do a heart check. Like, why am I feeling anxious right now? Is it a stress response or is it a trauma response? Is it just a normal type of stress that I'm placing upon myself? Is it an expectation that I'm placing on myself or from another person? Or is it truly being anxious that I'm having this anxious feeling because I'm going through this life change and I've undergone some loss in my life, yeah. And this is what I'm actually feeling. And sometimes those emotions, they come out. Sometimes we have sadness. Mm-hmm. And being able to say, you know what, I feel sad right now. And this is why I feel sad. And being able to identify it and being able to allow that too. So there's times where I will be on a walk and all of a sudden, like, I just start to cry. Mm-hmm. And there was a period where I was going through a really hard breakup. And a really, really hard breakup. And my heart was broke, like everything was just broken. And I just thought to myself, God, when are these tears going to stop? Mm-hmm. When can I break through this? And the most beautiful thing, like, God spoke to me and he was just like, Xuan-Thu, no. I have a living well of water, that I've placed inside you. Mm-hmm. And when you cry, those tears bring healing to you.
Yeah. So it's so much better than just stuffing it.
Just exactly.
And being brave. Or
exactly.
You think you're being brave, but you're not.
It
takes more bravery to feel it.
Yes.
And try and understand it.
Yes.
And then even be able to verbalize it to others. Like,
yes.
Because everybody's like, well, how are you today? Right? And you have to say, okay. Because everybody's like, oh, good. no, I mean, it's interesting though when you do say, you know what, I'm really sad today. I'm not having that great of a day. And their response.
Yes.
Because people are so used to just going, I'm good. And they're, oh, great. And they were just asking you, how are you? Because it's just something to ask you.
Yes.
You will find who your true friends are. You will find who really cares about your heart and what you're going through.
Yes.
Right? And that's not weak. That is not weak. That takes more courage and strength to do that than just go, I'm good. And you know in your heart, you're like, oh, I'm struggling today. I don't even know what I'm doing today. You know?
And then where do you place that in your body? Where do you place that emotional response or that stress response?
Well,
in your body?
In your knowledge, if you're stuffing things, where is that going? And how is that affecting you mentally and physically? Because it's both.
It's both.
Well, emotionally, mentally, and physically. It's all of that.
And it's all of it. And where do you put it in your body?
And that's why people get usually
diseases.
Sick. Diseases. Mm-hmm. They get, they just check out.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're here to live. We're not here to exist and just watch TV and just sit on our, I mean, I can't say, I can say sit on our butts all day, right? And then just scroll through social media, making us feel worse about our situation or ourselves, right? So where does it go?
So
because I'm a good stuffer.
Yeah,
I was a good stuffer. I should say I was a good stuffer.
Yes.
I'm much better at bringing it up and letting it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I have found for myself when I have stuffed things, and I have stuffed things in different parts of my body. So I have stuffed things here where I didn't feel like I could voice.
So true.
And I would feel like a clog, like almost like there was like this big phlegm booger in my throat or something. That's what it felt like when I couldn't speak, or where I felt like I was being oppressed in a sense of what that feeling was, or that my feelings didn't matter.
Intimidation.
I
mean, when I'm intimidated, I can't.
You kind of and you feel it in this area.
Right.
Or there have been times like where I have stuffed my pain in my heart area, and to find out, then I ended up getting breast cancer.
Oh.
You know, and where I put that pain, because there was no genetic markers there, like it was all environment. Yeah, it was all environmental. So I placed that in there. Sometimes people, they place it in their gut. You know, they place it in their stomach and their gut.
And that's when you get ulcers.
You get ulcers, or you get leaky gut syndrome, or diverticulitis, or just like various things, like because we keep on stuffing stuff instead of dealing with stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And when we keep on stuffing,
right,
there's only so much that the body can take, and where it needs to actually come out. So it comes out with tears, right? Comes out of sweat. Like when you exercise, we start releasing some of that, right? But then when we actually are vulnerable, because that was the question, right? Is how to be vulnerable, how to really feel what it is that we feel. And sometimes it's just, you're feeling something and you have an emotion about it, and you don't necessarily want to react on it, because that might not be good, because we need to also be able to have self-regulation of what that is, right? And just being able to say, okay, let's just pause for just a moment and check my heart. Okay, I'm feeling this way right now. Why am I feeling this way? Okay, I'm feeling this way because of, it could be something of our inner child. Maybe something that happened
that we stuffed a long time ago.
That we stuffed a long time ago that we haven't really dealt with, or that we haven't given love to,
or light to
that.
We haven't brought it to the light for it to be healed.
It to be healed as well.
Yeah.
And that's hard. That's really, really hard. Yeah. And being able to just give it space without any judgment. Without any judgment, without any guilt, without any shame.
Right.
But just give it space and give it time. And just say, okay, I am feeling this way right now, and it's okay that I'm feeling this way right now.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to allow that feeling. You might be angry.
Yeah.
You know, you may actually be angry. And okay, so this is where some breath work comes into play too. Because like I've been, or like where I just need to, part of that breath work, like I actually might need to make a sound with it. Like, so if I breathe in deep, and then that sound that's going to come out is that was frustration. That was the sound of frustration that just came out.
Right.
That was like anger and frustration.
Anger and frustration, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Or it could just be,
that's relief. Release. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, so you wouldn't do what I did? So
I don't know. What did you do? What did you do?
So when I was dealing with losing my husband, some days I just got so overwhelmed, and I was cooking, I think it was a chicken. And Theo was just a puppy. And I take the chicken, right? And you get that blood curdling cry.
Yeah.
And I was just, I took my knife. I was just killing that chicken. As I'm just releasing my grief. And
this was already a dead chicken.
Yeah, okay, it was.
Okay.
No, I was preparing it to cook it.
Okay.
Instead, I'm like taking the knife. Theo like hears all this and he runs to the other room because I scared him. I scared myself too. And then I just sat on the floor and just cried. Just let it out. And so that does happen. But I'd rather do that than just keep stuffing it. But that was probably the most dramatic I've ever been at one particular time. Right.
But that is being vulnerable.
It will
That's
just come up.
Vulnerable.
It just comes up.
Yes.
Let it come up.
Don't come up.
Stuff it.
Don't stuff it.
Yeah.
Let it come up. Bring it to the light, because then you start to heal. You start to heal yourself from the inside out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In that sense. And that's not being weak. That's being strong. That's being courageous. Yeah.
I never cooked the chicken, by the way. I don't even think I ate.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
I may have gotten out the ice cream.
Yeah. Well, then there's other things too, like with the body is even like tapping.
I've heard the tapping
is
thing.
even tapping. You know, is even like there's times like where I might have like a pain, or like even like with my throat, like if I feel like I can't like voice something, sometimes I just have to just kind of like tap it a little bit and move that stagnant energy that's there. Or I'll tap different parts on me.
What does that do?
Because it releases that stress, that strain.
Oh.
So
you just tap where you're feeling the stress?
where you're feeling it.
But that means I have to pause and feel it, right?
Well, the tapping part helps get it out of your body.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I have to recognize.
You have to recognize.
Have to stop and recognize that this is happening.
Yeah.
So, girls, we can't be so busy.
We have to check in.
We have to check in with our bodies. We have to check in with our heart, our mind, our emotions.
Yeah.
Several times a day.
Yeah.
To be able to move forward.
Yes. And breathe in the breath of life.
Yeah.
Breathe in the breath of life, and then when the exhale comes out,
breathe out whatever
does not serve you anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So true.
Breathe out what doesn't serve you anymore.
Or what you don't want.
What you don't want.
Right. So I'll breathe in love, and then I'll exhale any unforgiveness I'm feeling. Or
that's a good one.
I'll breathe in. Did I say love before?
You said love.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Or I'll breathe in light.
Yeah.
To surround, to come into my whole body.
Yes.
And then exhale any bitterness.
Yeah.
Any
hardness.
Anything that I've felt that day. I usually do it before I go to bed. And I usually, 1 Peter 5:6 says, cast all your cares on him, for he cares for you. And I've been doing that for a long time, and that really helps you sleep. It really helps you chill, because...
And it also grounds you.
And it grounds you, and God can't fix it unless we give it. Yeah. We have to give whatever our concerns are, whatever our worries are, whatever, we're thinking about.
All of your thoughts.
All day.
All of it.
We just have to keep giving them, and then you'll see things change. You'll see things turn around.
And start to instill truth. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
I am worthy. I am enough. Yeah. I am love.
Yep.
I am perfectly made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the steps we'd love you to take is get out a piece of paper or type on your computer, affirmations that you want, things that you want to think about yourself, positive things. You can find things everywhere. You can even chat GPT or Google.
Yeah. Anything.
Any positive affirmations, and then take them for yourselves, because that is the first step of self-love, is changing your mindset as to what it is you're thinking about, and it will change your circumstances.
It will. I even put it on, so I'll put it on my phone as an event.
Oh, that's a good one.
I put I am enough as an event, and then it comes up, and I just put it down as a daily reminder, because it's my own positive affirmation, and I'll put several of them in there.
Yeah.
And then I'll do different ones on the weekend as well, because my weekend is normally like my fun time.
Yeah.
As well, and just different things that you believe in yourself.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And or that you want to happen.
Yep. That's
right?
true.
And or that you want to happen. Nothing negative. We want only positive things, of things that you might want. The more you say it, the more it gets in your soul and you believe it. Yeah. And it becomes a part of you. Yeah. And then somehow, miraculously, it changes. It changes your heart. It changes your mind. Changes really happen. Yeah. Yeah. Small, like little things. Little things every day. Yep. Little things. One little step. Yep. Then finally one morning you'll go, oh, I feel better today. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have a smile on my face today. Just little things every day. Yeah. Yeah. That was the other thing that I did. When I would go out, I would smile at each person. So true. Because a smile, it's contagious. It is contagious. Mine is my laugh. Everybody says my laugh is contagious. It is. So, and just I like to, because the world has become more negative, I should say. Yeah. I like to go, and this is after some of my journey, so I'm not saying if you're just going through grief right now, it's a little harder. So it's going to be a process. But what I try and do now is when I'm highlighted someone and I'm thinking something positive about them or good about them, I will tell them. Yeah. People don't hear that every day and they're like, oh my God, you made my day. Yeah. Right? And so that is things you can do, because another philosophy people are like, is like, if you go help someone else, it helps you. Yes. Right? And I understand that, but if you have nothing to give, then that's harder, a lot harder. But eventually you will be able to. But even just a beautiful thought of just sending them a beautiful thought. Yeah. You know, sending them love in that way as well. It's totally free. Right? It's totally free. It's totally free. Yep. Yeah. You make somebody else's day. Yeah. 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 Well, thank you so much for being on again. Thank you. Thank you for having me. You're welcome. Yeah. So stay tuned for Zebby and Theo's Adventures, and I will see you next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Goodbye for now.
Coming up next, Adventures with Theo and Zebby, right here on Embracing Life Again with Catherine Kaufer.
Okay, where's 6 and 3 going?
Yes. Yeah, saying low pressure on it. So it means somewhere it's leaking. I just need to machine a new tube because the tube is locked.
Hello, sir. I'll blurt you out.
Well, hi.
Well, look who's here to meet you.
Yeah.
Hey, Grandma.
Hi.
What a go
I
boy.
don't know if you want him on you. But
No, I don't.
This way it's easier for you just to pet him. It being in the stroller because he's at your same height. Oh, look at you. So how'd your surgery go?
Well, the surgery went fine. The pain is woof. Woof, woof.
He's happy. He can't get on you because he just had an operation. So, but you can pet him.
No, if he gets on my hip,
Oh, yeah,
he'll
you would
send
be.
me through the ceiling.
Yep, yep.
Oh, look, you got all around you.
Yeah, he's on
You
it
look
for
wonderful.
you. Yeah.
That's my therapy dog. Yes, it is.
Huh.
Yeah. Did you recognize me? Is that why you gave me some kisses?
He knows you.
Theo, you're a great dog. Yeah. You're a good boy. Animals are funny.
Yeah, they know when you're hurting. They know when you are distressed. They know a lot of stuff.
And Marshmallow, he slept with Diane last night.
Go down, man. You've taken the first step to embracing life again. Let's continue to break barriers, find joy, and dream without limits. Join us next time, and let's discover inspiration through every transition together.